Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from the wall.
I don't want a job. I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I do not want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to be home. I want to be cooking in the kitchen. I want to be cleaning. I want to be shopping. I want to be making brownies. I want to be cooking dinner, making homemade meals every night, almost every night. I want to do all the things. I want to welcome my future husband home from work with a big bear hug.
It's just so funny that she used the term bear hug. It's just like, go ask the bear.
And a, hey, you ready for dinner? Dinner's on the table. I want to watch movies with him every night. I want to send him off to work in the morning with some nice, freshly baked muffins. I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't want a job. I don't want to work from home. No, it's not for me. I don't want it. It's not, I reject that. My future husband's going to be the breadwinner. He's going to bring in the dough. He will be raking it in. And I'll be right there cheering him on as I go buy 17 decorative pillows for our bed. Okay? That's the life for me.
Welcome to the wall. As we all know, modern women are starting to realize that independence isn't the path to happiness.
It really
They
isn't.
end up alone.
At least for them, right? For us men, independence is awesome. Like, we get to do what we want, enjoy life. A lot of us are midtown. We get to enjoy our own money. That's probably the biggest thing, is our own money. We get to actually spend it. Or save it.
Hitting the wall and coming to see that men are happier single than in relationships
So
with
true.
them. Help us reach 170,000 subscribers before the end of the year.
Give the
Like the
man some
video and
subs.
share your thoughts in the comments. We always highlight the best one. And endless thanks to the fans who watch our daily videos. Let's get started.
This is IKEA. You got this. Now you got to build it too.
Why do men have this constant fear of being used for money?
It's not a constant fear. It's happened. We've been used for money for most of our lives. I think there's very few men that I can think of in general that are Chad and Tyrones of the world that never had women not use and abuse them for money.
That they don't even have.
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a moment and think about this, though, okay? It might have something to do with the veritable plethora of posts that are out there made by some women that are, one, indicating how exactly you can get more money out of a guy by acting in a certain way, or that a lot of women won't date a man unless he makes a certain amount of money, or it could also be that there are some women that actually indicate that unless the guy is spoiling them financially, they don't want to be with him.
True.
Could it be any of those possibilities? Sure, some guys don't have a lot of money,
No.
but a lot of people, especially those that don't have a lot of money, are very protective of the money that they do have.
Damn right.
And seeing how many women out there are only after men for what they can get out of them in terms of finances, it does tend to make some men exceptionally more cautious when it
just
comes
makes
to
sense.
dating certain women.
Absolutely.
Right?
Because a lot of them claim to be strong and independent women. Yet the first thing they expect from a man is that he makes six figures, buys them gifts, or treats them like a princess just for existing. The truth
Remember, it has to be a $200 date, $300 first date, or no walk dates or no ice cream dates, because I'm worth it. I wanted to see how much you spend on me on the first date, how much commitment you have. It's like, girl, men that have a lot of money is not commitment to them.
is, many of these women don't even have a place to fall dead. Even though they've joined the workforce, a lot of them don't have a single cent to their name because they're drowning in debt. Any man who's been dating lately can tell you. The first thing you find out is they're buried in debt. So brother, protect your money. It's hard enough to earn it. Don't waste it on someone who isn't worth your time.
Listen to me. Women, we have been lied to. we have been deceived by this kind of these expectations, multiple expectations of being both successful in our careers and also being great mothers and wives and girlfriends or whatever. I feel at this age that I have been targeted by microaggressions by men throughout my life and my career. You actually can never do right. If you're a mother, why are you a mother and a professional? If you're not,
Why are you a mother and without a man?
not a mother, why have you not, had children? If you're successful in your marriage, well, you should be staying at home and taking care of your household. If you're not, how are you managing? Why have you not chosen another career? As a doctor, I promise you, I am attacked, especially by the male species, on regular basis by my choices. If I ever have a bleep, which I had, earlier last year, kind of suffered from tiredness and low iron and iron deficient anemia, iron deficiency anemia, and
I
physically
mean, that's what anemia is. It's just iron deficiency. You wouldn't want to say, iron deficiency.
wasn't unwell. I have been judged
And you're a
throughout as
doctor?
if like I had to choose something else. However, if I make the decision to stay at home and, for example, claim benefits and rely on public funds, then that also I would be a loser. If I'm
Yeah, you are.
married to someone who's successful and I don't have a career, I should be doing something about it. However, if I go to work and I'm ambitious, then I have to be absolutely 100% efficient, which I cannot be as a mother and a single parent and a doctor. You can never be. This is unachievable expectations. And
We know. This is what we've been telling women this whole time.
despite me kind of doing really well and passing my exams, getting my training number, progressing through my training fine, minus when I had problems with my physical health, I still am reminded that I'm a woman all the time. I don't know what the solution is. Please, guys, tell me. Are we never gonna win? I don't know.
Did you forget that you're a woman? This is probably why we're reminding you.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This woman talks like the world owes her something.
Right?
No one tricked her or forced her to choose her career. She decided to be a single mother and a doctor, and now she complains because the path is tough. Welcome to the real world, where everyone, men and women, faces criticism, pressure, and exhaustion. The difference is, a man doesn't play the victim. He carries his load and keeps moving forward.
Or he blows his load sometimes.
She says the expectations are impossible, but that only happens when you try to do everything without accepting natural limits.
True.
You can't be a full-time mom, a high-level professional, and still expect to be treated like some untouchable princess. Responsibility is kryptonite for the modern woman who wants the credit without the sacrifice.
Hey, y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't need. Because, baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to do everything on my own. What's up, Papa?
Victims of the male loneliness epidemic deserve exactly zero empathy from women.
And why would that be?
Because hating women is exactly how they got into this mess. And the only thing that's going to get them out of it is being less misogynistic and to stop placing the burden of their problems and the solutions to those problems on women.
I feel at this point, I should actually state the obvious. Because at least as far as I have seen, for the most part, those speaking about the supposed male loneliness epidemic have mostly been women. And a person has to wonder why that is. Not only
I don't think us guys are coming out here. We're so lonely.
that, but those particular women who choose to talk about how lonely and misogynistic most men supposedly are really seem to have never actually had a conversation with any of these single men. Because no, most men are not misogynistic. And those that are single are actually, for the most part, rather happy being single in their drama-free existence where they can actually just enjoy their peace. It's almost like some of these women need to believe that men are lonely so that they can justify some of the statements that they are making.
Or they're lonely and projecting.
go again with the
Nice one,
story
Wall.
of the male
Oh,
loneliness
the bear.
epidemic, when in reality, if anyone is hitting that wall hard, it's the modern woman. There are 7 million more women than men, and that's not even counting gay men. Yet people still insist that men are the desperate ones. It doesn't add up. But of course, that narrative works for the feminist who's never understood men or even basic math.
I mean, there might be enough bears to make up those numbers.
The truth is, women who've experienced what it's like to have a good man at home actually appreciate it. They're not out here saying they don't need one.
Yep.
They want a partner, not out of desperation, but because they understand the value of masculinity. On the other hand, the feminist nobody wants, the one who ended up alone because she pushed away every man with common sense, can't accept that she wasn't chosen. That's why she attacks. That's why she criticizes. That's why she needs to convince herself that men are the ones who are lonely and bitter, even though the numbers and reality say otherwise.
Women.
I'm not paying for your food. When we're on a date, I'm not paying for my food either. Call me old-fashioned. That's just how I feel. Dating has
No, I'm just calling you a freaking user and abuser.
gotten absolutely insane. I am not a 50-50 kind of girl. I am not a coffee date kind of girl. Going on a walk is not a date. The time and energy it takes me to get ready for a date, the amount of makeup that I put on my face and what that costs,
So you're butt ugly, and it costs you hundreds of dollars to make yourself beautiful so you can go out on dates. And it takes you forever, too.
Per swipe of blush. You cannot take me to coffee. I'm sorry, that just doesn't fly for me. There are men that I know that I think are really quality good guys, and they're not having their ladies pay for anything. They're just really not. It would offend them. My bare minimum expectations are that you are going to make a plan, make a reservation, open doors for me, pay for the food.
Like this whole making a reservation thing, there's very few places that actually have reservations. Most food places, most restaurants, especially hole-in-the-wall, smaller restaurants, don't have a reservation thing. You usually just have to show up and hopefully it's not that busy.
Make sure I get home safely. If you enjoyed the date, to call me again, to set something else up. And if you didn't enjoy it, to give me a call and let me know that.
Nah.
Personally, she's right about some things. I do think expectations are way too high nowadays. As a man, I'll always recommend planning the date, picking her up, and having something organized. That helps because it puts you in control and makes the situation more comfortable for you. I firmly believe that a man with a solid plan can win a woman over. After all, that's what dates are for. You invited her for a reason. Now, for a first date, I think grabbing a coffee is perfectly fine.
Agreed.
And I don't think any man has an issue paying for that. A walk afterward, where you can talk and connect, isn't a bad idea either. The whole point of the first date is to get to know each other and see if there's chemistry. Then, if there's a second date, the man will make more of an effort because he genuinely likes her and she likes him. But if right from the start she lays out a list of demands, the man's going to walk away. Because no guy wants to be the sponsor of a fancy dinner with someone he just met.
I'm telling you right now, be careful of a man who always has something to say. Always has something to say. He always has to argue about something. He always has to, be right about something. He always
Projection much?
has to just yap, and mansplain, okay? Because those types of guys, I'm telling you right now, are very, very dangerous. And they want to control how things are run. They want to control the dynamic.
Or we also don't like false narratives.
Always trying to cause a problem, okay? The type of guys that yap too much, they're gonna not be your peace. They're gonna give you a lot of chaos, okay? You want that?
Even women just talking about peace and chaos and about how men yap too much. It's just hilarious. What are you even talking about, woman?
Strong, silent type, okay? Because it shows he's cool, calm, and collected. You do not want a man that always has to freaking say something to you. Why are you arguing with me, sir? You are a man. Pipe down. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. So if a man has always something to say, he is always running his mouth, please just know That's like a very it's being very very chaotic for you. Okay, he will not bring you peace. Absolutely not. I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now. The man is always talking with his mouth. Mm-mm. You'll see later on.
No.
How else would we talk without our mouths? Should I just fart you a conversation?
No, it's not that a smooth-talking man is dangerous. The issue is that women confuse confidence with manipulation. A man with the right words can melt her because women fall in love through what they hear, not what they see. We men are visual, but they're drawn in by what they listen to. And if that man knows when to speak and when to stay silent, he's already won half the battle. Now, talking nonstop isn't seduction, it's anxiety. A man who dominates the conversation without listening loses his charm. The real key is in the mystery, in letting her express herself, watching her, reading her body language, and guiding the conversation calmly. That's how real tension and attraction are built. The problem is, too many men don't know when to shut up.
True.
They try to convince instead of conquer. The Bible said it best. Even a fool is considered wise when he keeps silent. So learn to listen, because even silence can say a lot. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go,
Shout outs to the wall. He's right. This is why we kind of push stoicism. We push to not talk too much. We push to listen, right? Because women, you just gotta hand women the noose, and then they'll just hang themselves, right? And the only way to hand them the noose is just let them speak. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.